evening, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this evening's session. I'm just waiting for everybody to have the opportunity to receive their notifications and just start trickling into the session. Lissetti, may you kindly accept my invitation to co-host the session. In the meantime, I'm going to how's your week going? Welcome to the session. I'll give it until 5 past, all right? Hi, Dudu. Hi, Musima. How are you, Queen? All is well. Hope you're good too. I'm great. I am great. Can't complain at all. Lissetti, do you mind doing an audio check?
Hello.
Hi, Lissetti. How are you, Queen?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Welcome to your session. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. Very excited.
It's good to have you, Queen. It's good to have you. All right, it's 5 past on my side. Welcome, everyone. Today we have a guest speaker. We have a guest expert, Lissetti, who's going to be introducing us to AI for entrepreneurs. Please give me a moment. I'm in a meeting, okay? Thank you. All right. She's going to be introducing us to AI for entrepreneurs. So I'm quite excited for this session this evening. Please do get your notebooks out, your pens up. It's an interactive session. Lissetti is going to have a presentation, and then after her presentation, if anyone has got any questions, burning questions for her, if anyone would like to understand anything where AI is concerned, particularly for streamlining their own businesses, please do engage and interact in the session. So I am going to introduce Lissetti, who has been a member of the Mentorship Club for over a year now. Queen, I think you've been a member of the Mentorship Club for over a year, if I'm not mistaken. So Lissetti is the founder of Lissetti Agency Innovations, which is a digital company that empowers entrepreneurs through AI, branding, social media, web design, and their core mission is to automate and streamline business processes so that business owners can focus on what they do best. Lissetti also serves as an area director for Toastmasters International, which is a global leadership and communication organization, a proud Toastmaster as well. With international experience across industry, she understands how technology can transform your business, and she is passionate about sharing that knowledge with individuals and entrepreneurs locally. Her motto is that every business has a story, and so she helps you to be heard. Welcome, my queen. I know you've done some work for some of the mentees in the mentorship class and have assisted them with streamlining their processes. Let me try and mute. Who's this? Sisepe. There we go. Welcome, Queen Lissetti.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for that nice welcome.
And I love calling you Queen because your name is actually Queen. I'm not just queening with you.
Yes, it is actually my name. So yeah, I love it when people actually acknowledge my names. Hey.
All right, my queen, the floor is yours. I don't know what you would need me to assist you with where your presentation is concerned, but I will be just monitoring what's happening in the chat, taking down some questions for you, and then later with our Q&A, I might go back to some of these questions. If anyone's got questions, or for those who actually want to unmute and engage with Lesedi, you will be more than welcome to do that at the end. I saw Edith's hand going up. I don't know if that was an error. So Edith, you'll let me know. I saw your hand going up there. Otherwise, Lesedi, I'd like to give you the floor to just proceed with your presentation. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much for having me. Okay, so I won't see the chat, right? When I'm presenting, when I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, you won't see the chat. However, you can just pause now and then just to go back to the chat and see if anyone is engaging in the session. Melody, I also see your hand up. I see people's hands up, but we haven't started. Perhaps while Lesedi is getting her screen ready, Edith, you're welcome to unmute, and Melody, you are welcome to. I was just saying we can't hear you. You can't hear me.
We can.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I understand 100%. Melody, I see your hand was also up, Queen. Let me see if you are a co-host so that you're welcome to unmute yourself, or you can just send us a note in the chat box. And Lesedi, so
yes.
You know where the screen share option is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. So before I go into the presentation, because I won't see people, and I like the sessions to be very interactive. So I just want to get a feel of like the people, the industry, so that I'm planning for us to do like live demos. So just let me know what industry you are in or what you do, or if you have any experience with AI or ChatGPT, any AI tool that you use. I am planning to have like a demo so that you guys don't leave too overwhelmed and you have a plan when you leave. And is there anyone that hasn't used like AI, even like ChatGPT? And people can unmute with me. I'm not too strict. Okay, real estate, pest control. Oh, I haven't used AI. Okay, Violet. Okay. Okay. Property developer, fashion design and bakery. I have used ChatGPT. I sell resort wear such as swimwear. That's nice, guys. I'm planning to take some swimming lessons. Okay. Okay, now I think I see. So we'll just get started with my presentation, a bit about myself. Okay. Welcome everyone. Okay. So I think Coach Zwaki has introduced me a bit, but I am the founder of Lesedi Agency Innovation, Toastmasters, and International Experience. Funny enough, my obsession with AI started when I was living abroad in the Netherlands. That's when I saw, I think I was there in October. I attend a lot of AI workshops, and I was there in October, and the first AI workshop that I went to, it was quite remarkable. I was like, wow, South Africa is so behind. So those are the skills that I brought back, And now I just want to help small business owners or entrepreneurs automate their processes, but so that they know what to focus on in their business. And how I've been using
Hallo
AI.
kleine ondernemers, entrepreneurs en content.
So I did this video last year for my masterclass, because I do one every single month. So this is the video that I did initially to promote the masterclass.
I think we can all agree that managing social media effectively can be overwhelming, especially as a small business. You have to balance design, scheduling, and content creation while running a business all at once. So in this masterclass, I would like to show you how to use AI to ease the process, saving you time while still growing your brand and your business.
So I took this video, and this is also what we'll be covering today. I took this video and I translated it, and I thought it would be easier for me to translate it to Dutch because I was in the Netherlands for a while, and this is what it came up with.
Ondernemers en contentmakers. Ik denk dat we het er allemaal over eens kunnen zijn dat het effectief beheren van sociale media overweldigend kan zijn.
Honestly, for me, this was very impressive because when I typed this 2 years ago, it wasn't like this. So I think AI is improving every single day. It's improving every single.
Alright, Leslie,
yes.
I'm not sure if everyone else heard the video. I didn't hear anything. So let's just check with everyone else. Did you guys actually hear this video?
No,
Perhaps increase your audio, Queen.
But you guys can still hear me, right? You can hear me when I speak.
I can hear you, we just didn't hear the video that was playing.
How do you share video on presentation? Is there like a different setting on this platform?
I'm actually not sure, eh? Is your laptop's audio sound on 100%?
Yes. Let's try this. Let's try this for stop share. Okay. And this is why we test before sessions, guys. For anyone that comes after me. Okay. Okay.
Hi, small business owners, entrepreneurs, and content creators.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I was saying, so this is the video that I did the first time.
Hi, small business owners, entrepreneurs, and content creators. I think we can all agree that managing social media effectively can be overwhelming, especially as a small business. You have to balance design, scheduling, and content creation while running a business all at once. So in this masterclass, I would like to show you how to use AI to ease the process, saving you time while still growing your brand and your business.
So I took that video exactly as it was, and then put it on an AI tool to reach a wider audience.
Hallo kleine ondernemers en contentmakers. Ik denk dat we het er allemaal over eens kunnen zijn dat het effectief beheren van sociale media overweldigend kan.
And I feel like it has improved so much since 2 years ago. Because the first time I tried this, I actually did it with a different platform, not HeyGen. So HeyGen can translate it into any language. These are like the most common languages in the world, so not South African languages, but they do have French, which somehow is very used in some parts of Africa. And then AI. Excuse my presentation. So AI normally we think about the machines, like the smart tools that perform tasks that normal people think, that needs thinking, basically. You know, I saw a meme on Instagram, someone saying, with these AI tools coming out so much, I just want AI tools to help me like wash dishes, take care of the kids, and not write for me because I want to do that. But now the AI tools that we have, they help us with creativity and coming up with solutions to the work that we do, like the brain work that we do, because they think for us. And the myths that a lot of people actually, these are the common myths with people that don't use it a lot. You have AI will replace jobs. AI does a lot of jobs now and it automates a lot of tasks. But I think where it is now at the moment, it cannot replace job because it needs humans in the loop. So AI as it is now doesn't work without humans. I think it's a very good idea for people to learn how to use AI so that in 10 years or 20 years from now, we know that we are in the great position. And then that AI is too complex. We have AI tools now that make it easier. So AI didn't just start 2 years ago or 3 years ago when ChatGPT became live to the public. It has been available for like 10, 20 years back. But now it's so user friendly that you and I can use it for our daily needs. And then AI lacks like authenticity. Like this is the most common thing. And I see a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs struggle with this one because AI tools can do so much for us that if you're writing content or a newsletter, or whether you're building a website with AI, like the content you take there lacks that human or your experience, so it does 80% of the work. I think you as the person behind the AI, you still need to put in your 20% so that it sounds like you. So if I'm writing an article about personal development and Lali is also doing a masterclass on personal development and Hetty is also writing an article on personal development, if we all use AI without inserting the human element of it, it's just going to be the same content. So it's important to be able to prompt AI to sound like you, to sound like a brand. And this is why I'm going to show you how to do that today. And one thing I like about AI, it makes everything so easy. And because it's so easy and accessible to everyone, we have to get into the habit of using AI and mastering these tools. And then we have communicating with AI. I think these are the tools that some of you know. So when we speak about LLMs, these are your large language models. These are your large language models. Okay, yes. Your large language models. So this is like AI systems like ChatGPT. They get trained on huge amounts of data to understand and generate human-like language. So that's why you get systems like even HeyGen or ChatGPT. They improve over time. It's not the same as it was last year. So it gets trained on the data that you give it. If you wanted to write for you to be like your AI assistant, you have to train it on your brand, how you sound and what you stand for as a brand. So examples of like the large language models, we have OpenAI, that's like ChatGPT. We have Claude. Claude is similar. It's also a generative AI, but it's best with coding and writing code and data analysis. So anything that requires a lot of thinking, like writing code, data analyzing. Bless you. And then you have Gemini. This is by Google as well. This I find to be very, I think, poetic. Like it writes very well. If you're telling a story or if you want, I think we used it for Matiliso when she was doing her Katiba Africa things. The output was so much better compared to ChatGPT. And then you have Meta's model, like every Meta platform has like AI now. And then you have POE.com. And I'll show you this. This is a bit different than the normal ChatGPTs that you use every single day. Now prompting, like this is a lot of people take this very lightly. I think prompting is how you communicate with your AIs, like your ChatGPT. When you give it a prompt saying, please create an Instagram post for this, that's a prompt. But the output you get is as a result of what you asked it. So if you ask like weak questions, you get weak answers. And a lot of people, in fact, I think it's 17% of people use only 17% of the ChatGPT's capacity. So if you think you're using ChatGPT a lot, there's still a lot more you can do. I think you can do everything on ChatGPT, but a lot of people are just tapping in at the 17% of what it's actually capable of. And in terms of prompting frameworks, excuse me, let me get the right screen. So we'll look at a few prompting frameworks that you can use to ensure that you get your prompts are better. Okay. So this is like an ebook that I used. I'll also share it with the chat so that you know what's happening. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing right. I should. Okay. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay, so these are the frameworks that help when prompting. So if you have no idea how to speak to ChatGPT or AI, this is where you start. So first of all, you give it a role that you want it to be your social media manager. You are my social media manager, my marketing analyst, and then you give it a task that I need you to create this content for the week or for the month. And then you give it the format that this content, I give it to me in table format. So that's one framework. And then you can also use this one where you define the task, state the action that you wanted to do, and then clarify the goal. So you have to be very specific with AI to get better results. And then you have this is the problem before, and this is the outcome that we got, and then you ask it to bridge the gap. So this is before, after, and the bridge. And then you have the care. This is you give it context, as much context, especially if you have a problem that you've been dealing with this problem for a while now. You give it the context, what happened, how this problem started, and then you describe the action, and then you clarify the result, and then you give it the examples. Because if you don't give it the examples, ChatGPT has a very creative mind, so it will wander and give you something amazing, but not exactly what you want. And then the last one that I think you guys should know is the rise. So you also specify the role. This is the role that I'd like you to play. Describe the input, ask for steps. When you ask for steps, sometimes the steps can be explaining how ChatGPT got to a certain conclusion, and then you describe the expectation. So these frameworks help you a lot when you're prompting. You can still get what you want, but sometimes it helps to have like a framework to say this is what you need from ChatGPT, and that it gives you exactly that. Are we still following? You can put your questions in the chat, and then we'll do that. Okay. It's how you talk to the AI, I mentioned that. And then we have Omni models. Omni models, like if you look at ChatGPT, so these are models, they say that they can see, they hear, they speak. So if you look at ChatGPT, when you use it, you can upload an image as an input. You can upload a document or an Excel spreadsheet. If you're working with something, you can just give it a spreadsheet, it can read it, and then it can output also a document. So an Omni model is these AI models that can take different inputs and also output that. So examples here, you have ChatGPT. So images, text, and voice. It doesn't exactly output voice. So if you want to get a voice output, it will go to Sora, which is Sora is also by so it will also go through this app. This is Sora. It's also by OpenAI. ChatGPT doesn't exactly output sound. They say it does, but it doesn't. And then you have Runway. This is text to video. You have text to image, and then you have tools like 11 Labs that combine voice and visuals for storytelling. And then you have, like, this is actually not this is actually not an Omni model. When you look at powie.com, it's not an yo guys, sorry, I have multiple screens here with me. Okay, I found myself. So this is powie.com. It's not an Omni model. So this is like all of your generative AI, your large language models in one place. So if you are someone that has a paid version of ChatGPT, but you also have like a paid version of Claude, or you have a paid version of something else, powie.com puts everything in one place. So in a way, you just pay for this and then you get everything else. A lot of people do prefer it. I prefer having separate ones because I feel it doesn't go as detailed as ChatGPT. But if you want like to save money and you're saying, okay, but I use all these different things, you can find them here. And then when you put in your prompt here, you can also specify if you want to focus on Claude or ChatGPT. So you can select one or multiple of them at the same time. So this helps with your prompting and making sure you have options if you don't trust ChatGPT, because it does give trust issues, guys. So this is multiple models in one platform. And then when we look at AI tools for entrepreneurs, I think Canva is a good place to get started. Canva is a good place to get started, and if you have used Canva or if you use it a lot, you have Magic Write. Also works similar with prompting. The better your prompt, the better it writes for you. You have text to image, you have designing, and we'll look at that in a few examples. And then you have Magic Edit and Background Remover, translation, and bulk create. Now some of the features like bulk create, I don't think it's an AI tool, but I think it's something that you guys should know. So we'll go through it anyway. Please let me know how you guys are feeling. Am I moving too fast? You can just tell Coach Nzogi that she's moving too fast. She's moving too fast. But I hope you guys are following and you have your notes. Does Powie not combine an answer based on the AI platforms? No, it doesn't. So if you get a response from Powie, it like tells you where it comes from. Oh, thank you. You're following. Okay, it's good that I still have you guys. So it tells you where it comes from, and if you need a different response, then you'll have to select a different platform. You can try it out. Let me know how it goes. I prefer the actual platform. Some people, like if you don't use AI a lot, I feel like it's not that much. You don't have to pay for it. You can do a lot with the free version of ChatGPT. You don't have to pay. Okay. So I'll go back to the presentation.
Queen, can I come in?
Yes.
So I see that we've got people who are following. I would like to know who is not following, who is completely lost and does not understand a word that Lisedi is saying right now. It is okay to say if you are completely lost. I know that when it comes to AI, a lot of the conversations that people like Lisedi would have are very high level. And there is a lot of jargon that is being used. And sometimes it's concepts we don't understand or words we don't understand. It is okay if you do not understand. We are all here to learn. Who is not understanding? How many of us are actually not understanding the basics? So Lisette is speaking a lot about prompting, for example. Do we understand what prompting your AI means? Did everybody understand what that means? Give me a show of hands, give me a thumbs up, write in the chat box, um, talk to me. Because I don't want us to overlook people who are not understanding because, for instance, Mamorei has just asked about a POE. Is that how you pronounce it? POE, and then you are like, yo, I don't even know what POE is. For all I know, I pronounced it as POE. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to know that it's okay if you're not understanding right now. Just let us know if you are not understanding the basics. Okay.
I think.
All right.
Edith.
Thank you. Yes. Can we make a practical example? Okay, great, Violet. I love that. Thank you. Edith, let's take it slower. All right, Edith would like to take it slower. In terms of slower, perhaps you would want to also elaborate and expand on what slower means for you.
Yes.
Is it the definition, the concepts that she should take slower or she should unpack for you? Or is it the speed or rate of her presentation? Violet, practical example. Queen, do you mind also just expanding on what you mean by practical example? A practical example of what, for example? I know she spoke about prompting frameworks as well. Understanding frameworks can also be a lot for people. So please do expand on where you do not understand. All right, that is also okay. Papa is saying, I am following. Great. Sparkle, we are following Queen. All right, 100% Lisedi. Refilo is saying that, hi Lisedi, I think I lost you when you opened several screens. When you want to prompt, is that inbuilt features frameworks? Lisedi, I'm not sure if you understand that question, Queen. And then, yes, we can get back to you, my Queen. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Edith, did you have a question? Because I saw you unmute before we continue. Okay, we can't hear you if you're speaking. Okay, so we'll do an example of an Omni model at work. Omni model, remember ChatGPT is also an Omni model. So you can upload an Excel spreadsheet and ask it to analyze it and give you something. So if you want us to look at POE, we can do that as well. But I will do a practical example so that you guys are not too lost. And it will be like an advanced prompting so that if you do use AI, you can see to what extent you can take it to. And if you don't understand, please speak up. I'm not here to confuse you. I'm not here to confuse you guys. I'm trying to make your lives a bit better. So I'll go back to, I think we are on Canva now. So Canva. This is, I feel like, a must-have for businesses if you're just starting out. If you don't have any branding and you don't have money to pay for a designer. Okay, so I'll try to be slow. You guys know that Canva has multiple, they have designs that you can use and make them your own so that it's easier. It makes it easier for you if you're not a designer and you don't know about colors and things like that. So this is a motivational quote that it's a template that's on Canva. So one thing I want to mention about Canva, if you've never used Canva, make sure that you upload your brand. So it makes it easier when you're designing that your brand is always there. So if you have multiple businesses, they have different brand guidelines. I remember that was, I think that was like homework last year from Koduzwaki about brand guidelines and things like that. So make sure that you have it set up. Even on Canva, even ChatGPT also, you can make it personalized, you can customize it, but we'll go through that when we do the example. So on Canva, you can upload your brand. You see, I do Toastmasters. I was working with Porcel, and Porcel has like brand guideline, a strict one, and this is my brand. So if I take a design like this, I can just change it here using my colors, because this is my brand. So I just go to my brand and I change the colors, and this is my brand guideline that shows up. So it's important to make sure that your logo is there. And uploading your logo also helps. So if you have a presentation that you've done and then you decide that, okay, you've changed your logo because your business is changing somehow, you can just change your logo on your brand here, and then it will update every document that your logo is on, as long as it's on Canva. Okay, so this is a normal design I took on Canva. I want to show you guys how to do the AI tools inside Canva. So how you find AI tools inside Canva. So these are tools that are external to Canva. I'll start with the tools that are external to Canva. You have your AI powered tools here. If you come here, so I went to Canva. So if you just open any design or on Canva and go to apps, it's under apps, and then you go to AI powered tools. So these are the platforms that are connected to Canva. So that video I showed you that I translated to Dutch, I actually exported it from Canva. So I did the design, everything in Canva, and then you see here, there's Hey Jen avatars. I just connected it here, and the benefit of using AI tools directly connected to Canva is because like you get 3 minutes. I think Hey Jen gives you 2 minutes for free. It's very expensive, by the way, if you're doing long videos. So if you do it with Canva, they like to incentivize people to actually use it here. So there's also like benefits from signing up here. So you have your avatars, and this DID is similar to Hey Jen, but this is like taking an image and making it a video. So you upload a picture, they tell you how to take a picture, and then you upload a script, and then your picture can speak. So this is where you find and then you have your logo maker, and then you have Cartoonify. So this is a bit making cartoons. I know Matiliso is writing a kid's book, so this also helps. A lot of tools for images, especially cartoons, the problems that we have with them is that they are not consistent. So 1 minute the cartoon you design looks different, and then it's not consistent. So these are the tools that you do. So it's under apps, the AI tools. And one thing I wanted to show you is bulk create. So if you are using Canva to create your content for social media, I know a lot of brands have days where they post their motivational quotes or anything. So you create content using ChatGPT, and this is just an example that we created. But depending on how you organize your content, I know some people use Excel, I use Notion. This is something that, I remember this is something that we did with ChatGPT, and then we asked it for different codes, and then it gives you like, this is a code, and then it tells you that, okay, this can be a post, it can be a carousel, it can be a reel, and we'll do an example with social media so that you guys see. But I just wanted to show you how bulk create works. So if you have an Excel spreadsheet, you can download it in CSV. Make sure that it's in CSV so that it can work with Canva. It's downloaded. And then here, if you want to import it on Canva, you upload data. Okay. You upload it. So this is a CSV file. And then it gives you like the columns. These are the columns that are in your Excel field. and then you choose. So this is the caption that I want. Oopsie, select that. Sorry. So you select your code, and then you come to connect data here, and then you select, okay, I want the caption, and then this is the caption. If you want to know that something is connected, it has to be highlighted. And then you continue, and then you have all your different posts that you can use. And of course, your business doesn't post motivational quotes every day, so this is something that you can schedule weekly. And I'll show you how you guys can schedule that bulk scheduling so that you don't have to do it every day, and then you generate your designs. I think this can save you so much time, because I see a lot of people doing it. And then the moment you generate, it gives you all these different posts that you can use for your social media. And once you have them, this is where then from here you can just change the colors for your social media so that they don't look the same. I see some people leave it the same. With your brand, you just change it that, okay, it looks differently depending on what your primary colors and your secondary colors are. You can just change it, and then you make sure that, okay, fine, every week you post one of them. So this is something that I thought you guys should know. It's not really AI, but I was like, okay, a lot of people are doing this manually, so let's fix that. And are we still following? We are still following, right? That's Canva. Okay, before I forget Canva. So this is, we're done with this. So the normal AI tools that you use, so these are the external ones that you use. Sorry. Magic Media, that's like the magic, right? This is where you find your magic, right? Your text to image, your magic design. You go to Magic Media. So if you don't have these set up here, it might be hard for you to find them, because I have them set up here because I use them a lot. Magic Media, you create, this is like your text to image and videos. And if you guys are struggling with Canva, please let me know where you got stuck. There's a lot of things that people are not using on Canva. And we'll move on from Canva for now until we come back. So the AI tools for different platforms. Your social media, I think this is the common ones for us small businesses. You have to advertise your media, making sure that your business is, people are able to find it online. It's one of the most important things. So I think a lot of people should spend their time here. So social media marketing, I often use ChatGPT for content, for creating content itself, whether it's a script for a video or a monthly plan. It's very detailed. And then you have Metricool and Buffer to schedule the post. So I'll show you how Metricool and Buffer work. These are very good because not only do you schedule posts and then it posts for you so that you don't have to post every day, but it also gives you a report on how your page is performing. So you know over time that, okay, I've done so many posts and this is the engagement that I'm receiving on this post. So you see here on this side, you have all your channels, your platforms essentially. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have, all of them are here. You have Pinterest, Google Business. This is very important, guys. I feel like most people don't have a Google Business account. So essentially, if you are on Google Business, if someone searches like fashion designers near me, your business is listed there. So it's important for you to set up a Google Business account so that you are findable online. And I like that Metricool supports that, so that when you post an image, it also posts on your Google profile to show people that, okay, there are things. So here, it gives you analytics of how you guys are doing. And one thing I like about Metricool, similar with Buffer, but you get to manage everything from one inbox. So you don't have to be on different social media platforms. if someone, so Metricool, because it connects with Google, My Business, Facebook, LinkedIn, any comment, any engagement, any DM will show up here. So you don't have to go to Instagram to check who's sending me a DM now. Where is this comment? So this helps so that you manage all your brands in one platform. And it also shows you if you have unread messages, which I have a lot because I don't know what's happening, but I always have them. But it manages things here. Buffer is the same way. So I'll show you two alternatives and then you can pick which one works for you, because I've used both of them, and I've used both of them like the paid platforms. So do they, like Buffer is a bit, I feel like Buffer doesn't work as well as Metricool, but so if you post something and you schedule it, okay, I want it to go out on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. If one of the platforms fails, you'll get an email. Also, if you have the phone, if you have the app on your phone, it will let you know that, okay, an error has occurred, we couldn't post it. And then you have to retry or either schedule the post again. So the difference here, if you have a Facebook group, Buffer can allow that to happen. So you can connect your Facebook group to Buffer and then it posts for you. And then also when you post it maybe on Instagram, Buffer allows you to add like the first comment so that people, like if you post and then you comment at the same time. Metricool has collaboration, you post and then you can tag people immediately. That's where we are on Metricool and Buffer. And then you have PostNito. PostNito also works with captions and post ideas, very similar. And it does also carousels. So if you want AI to design your carousels, this is the platform for you. And then you have CapCut, Descript, and InVideo. If you're looking for video content, Descript, and I'll show you, I hope you guys can hear it now. So Descript is one of my favorite text to video platforms because it allows you to edit text. So if you have a script which you can generate using ChatGPT or whatever you use, you can just either record it, like you don't have to be perfect. I know, was it last week when we had that guy saying, okay, you don't have to be perfect, but some of us do like being perfect. So this script can also help you reach that level of perfection without doing a lot of work. So this is Descript. This is a video that I did, like a very, not too long, but I'll show you how you edit and you'll see how game-changing this is. So you edit, when you upload a video, you have transcription, and this is a free account. So you get 3 hours every month on a free account, and then if you want more, you can get more. So it does captions, you get video.
While also learning about the exciting world of digital marketing. While also learning about the exciting world of digital marketing.
So if I can just delete this, because I'm like, I don't know, I was just practicing what they had to say. You also see.
While also learning about the exciting world of digital marketing.
So Descript also removes your pauses. So if I don't need the space, I can just remove it, or just make sure that it's not this much, and then you just continue like this.
So if you are looking for a passionate teacher, if you are looking for a teacher who's passionate.
So that's the idea with text to speech. CapCut, I see a lot of people use CapCut, and I'm just gonna cover it for a while. CapCut also is improving with their magic tools. So if you have like a CapCut account, they have magic tools. You know, all these platforms, most of them do similar things, but all of them are striving to be the one-stop place where you go there and you can do everything. So you'll see with CapCut, they have magic tools. They also have text-to-speech. I've tested it. It works similar to a Descript. I just prefer Descript because I've been using it for a while. Then you have voice changer. You have long video to short, batch edit. So there's a lot. I think there was a tool in CapCut that was released this week on Monday. It's an AI tool. So if you are using CapCut, just play around with the tools and see what works for you. You don't have to use all these platforms. You just find a platform that works for you and then you stick with it. That is the idea, not to overwhelm you a lot. And then you have admin and productivity. I think as entrepreneurs, we do a lot of admin work that you feel like sometimes it's not even your job. Like your job, you have your value proposition, and admin doesn't fit in there. This is why people have assistants, but you're starting out, you don't have an assistant. One thing that helps a lot, one platform that I like to use, of course, you have ChatGPT. It helps a lot with whether you're drafting your contracts or any admin work. You can always refer to ChatGPT. And Otter AI, this is like my number one tool. Like if you are going into meetings, especially online, you need a note-taking app. So Otter connects to your, it connects to Zoom at the moment, not Teams. It takes notes for you, but as long as a meeting is on your calendar, Otter can go in. So it's like your AI assistant. Even if you don't make it, like if the person admits it into the meeting, guys, it's into the meeting. This is Otter. It connects directly with Zoom. And you know, part of my Toastmasters, we had a meeting with like the district leader where she was complaining that there's more AI assistants in the meeting than actual people. So Otter actually does that. And then it also sends you, it takes screenshots for you. I don't know why I'm not signed in. It takes screenshots for you during the meeting, but of course, the only thing here is that the host has to let it in. So if the host doesn't let it in, then it won't be allowed into the meeting. If you have a free account, then you can only take 30 minutes of minutes and 30 minutes, and then it's done. So it takes your minutes for you, and then it also sends like a summary of your meeting. It also sends a summary of the minutes to everyone that attended. So it's not just me that received this. All these people that were here received the minutes as well. If you don't want everyone to receive your minutes, then you have to change the settings so that people don't actually get it. But this is like a game changer. If you're having an in-person meeting and you still needed to take notes, then you can download an app. I think it's on Play Store. Download the physical app, record when you get there. That is one of the tools that I like and I use mostly. And then for financial tools, you have True Profit. True Profit connects with e-commerce people, so it gives you an overall view of your finances and how you do. And I think it's available for Shopify and WordPress or WooCommerce. This is like an AI tool for finances. And then customer service. Of course, you have ChatGPT if you're dealing with emails, and then you have ManyChat for chatbots. So similar to how you wanna schedule your posts, and so that you're not on social media. You also don't wanna be on WhatsApp responding to people's comments and things like that. So ManyChat does that. One thing I like about ManyChat is that it does it for WhatsApp and Instagram. You see like busy people, like your Vusi Tembagwayo, like when they say DM comment mentor, so that you get something. So this responds, and then it sends them a link to click or something where they can go to. It works similar with WhatsApp Business. So if you're on WhatsApp Business and you also have multiple campaigns, this also helps a lot. So if you have, I normally do this way, I have maybe an ad running for the Masterclass, and I also have an ad running for like people, like website design. With ManyChat, you can also have that response message that you set up, and then based on the response you get, and then it leads them to the right places. So ManyChat is it's a must-have for you as a business if you don't want to be on your phone the whole day. And then you have 11 Labs. It converts script into human-like audio. So similar to Descript, but only audio, no video. And then you can train it. Now this is how the deep fakes happen. You know, people upload someone's videos and then they have the voice. And then you have Udly. This is a tool that was introduced to me through Toastmasters when I was abroad. So this is like a role-playing app, essentially, for communication. You get to articulate yourself better. So similar to what Toastmasters does, where they count your R's and help you structure your speak better. Udly does that. It also gives you like interview questions. If you're going for interview, if you like, it has different scenarios that you can use. Am I logged in? If you're struggling with public speaking, especially like speaking your value proposition, guys, you need Udly. You practice your presentation, anything, literally anything, filler words, pacing, talk time. It also tells you like to slow down, you're speaking too fast. It does that to me a lot, but you get to practice. They also have games where it gives you like a topic and then you have to speak on it, and then it changes like every 1 minute or 2 minutes. That's how Udly works. And then yeah, I don't want to go too details on that. And that's your customer service. And then business growth. You have Luca and brand mark. So if you don't have any brand assets at all, you are just starting out, and so this is like basic designs for like your business cards, letterheads, social media posts. This helps a lot to get started. I feel like once you the only problem I have with this, I remember it was Coach Uzwagi that said like Canva, the day and age of Canva is like, now the problem is that everyone's logo look the same. Luca also creates that problem, but it tries to give you, like, it really does try to give you like your brand guidelines, your letterheads. So as long as you have your colors correctly and you have an idea of what your logo, how your logo would look like, it does like give you prompts to say if you have something in mind, and then it asks for colors, and then you get a brand kit essentially. So that's Luca. And brand mark also does the same thing. And then you have CapCut, you edit your sales video there. So video bold, this is where I think you guys have seen this online, where someone has a logo that's moving, like for maybe they're starting a video and then the logo turns into a video. So this is where you do that. It does video introductions. You can also do that with your video. Okay, so let us do the demo. I want someone that doesn't actually use AI a lot, ChatGPT a lot. I think we had was it? Yes, you use Luca. It's great. It's great, guys. Luca is great. AI is amazing. I saw someone there. I'd like to okay, do you have a volunteer online? Preferably someone, if you can unmute yourself, then we can do like an example with ChatGPT, if you don't mind.
Hi, Lesedi. We had Edith and Nosi Chaba who had their hands up, so perhaps you could use them,
Okay.
because they did raise their hands during the session. But Edith, there's Edith. Use me as an example. Okay, Edith.
Okay, Edith, are you able to unmute yourself? Because it goes better if I can hear you and you can guide me, because we'll prompt AI together. We will prompt AI together.
Oh yes, Edith was struggling with audio. I'm not sure if she's managed to sort that out. Edith, you're unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. Do we have another? We'll do another one. Do we have someone else that can unmute online?
Nosi Chaba, would you like to go? Your hand was up. Let me just check if I've invited you to co-host. Please do accept my invitation to co-host, then you'll be able to unmute yourself. All right.
Sorry, I'm here.
Okay. Hi Edith, how are you?
Very.
Okay.
I'm well, and you?
I'm good as well. Did you say you use ChatGPT? You've used
Yes,
it.
I used to. Yes.
Okay. And what do you mostly use it for?
I know. I just use it to type, like to write in professional emails. That's all. Copy and paste it to the email. But I'm not that advanced though.
Okay. So can I do an advanced prompt with you?
Yes.
Okay. So this is something that you can use, and I'll also make sure that I share the. Oopsie. I'll make sure to share the prompt with everyone so that we all have it in the mentorship club. Okay. Okay, so I mentioned ChatGPT, right? So, okay, I think we all know how it works. So here you have the temporary. So if you don't want it to save anything, so ChatGPT records everything. This is a large language model. So you train it on how you want it to work for you, and then you have customize here. So this is where you tell it the basics about yourself, about your brand. This helps a lot. Like if you forget with prompting and giving it those specific roles, it actually it knows you. So it does help. It does help. And then you have your projects. So if you're working on your projects here, you can include them so that everything is organized if you want to go back. And then you have your GPTs. Okay. So we'll start with Edith. Edith, what do you do?
Listen, I just use like the chat GPT.
Okay.
Like you go to the new what do you call it? New like thingy, and then I just put in what I want to type
Okay.
professionally.
Okay.
Either a client has sent me something, or either I'm looking for an appointment, or I'm looking. Let's just say I'm coaching a new client to say,
Yes.
this is me. What's the process in
Yes.
terms of getting on your suppliers? Can I get an appointment? And then I'll just type like the way I'm talking, and then just type in, and then it will give me a professional thing. But I don't have what you have there, where you have already set it up to say, this is what I do.
Okay.
It's just that it just goes to, it has my memory. It works on memory. But the problem is when the memory is full,
Yes.
I just play it up by deleting it, and then I have to start from scratch and remind it, like maybe put something of, this is what I do, so that I can have that memory.
Okay. Just double check under customize later. Double check on under customize, because I remember we went through this, and Matilda's was also on the free plan. She was able to. So if you find customize ChatGPT, but now.
And I'm on the paid plan. Hey, sorry to just. I'm on the paid plan. Eh?
Oh, so you should have it. So it's a matter of finding it. So who is your ideal client? Let's write something that you can use to actually approach clients and corporate people. Who is your ideal client?
So right now I'm busy approaching DSV.
Okay. In what like category they fall under? What do they do?
They fall under logistics and bulk transportation.
Okay. What are they struggling with?
Transporters.
Okay. Can you see my screen, right?
So,
you can correct me if I'm making a mistake. Okay.
Yes.
So you said transportation, my dear client. Ideal client. Edith. Ideal client.
Yes.
Your ideal client, apart from DSV, like what makes them common?
Can you just elaborate that?
Okay. So if you're saying Edith is looking for corporate to work with, apart from DSV, what companies do you go for?
I go for mines. I go for manufacturing. I go for automotive industry. Automotive is your Ford companies. It's your Nissan. It's your BMWs. Because they move parts from their suppliers to the what you call it, where they assemble the car.
Okay. And what are they struggling with? What are you approaching them with?
It's we call it's logistics, but we call it bulk transportation. So bulk transportation is because it carries cargo, so it carries material. So whether it carries coal for you, or whether it carries the material that you are going to use, whether it carries, for example, whether it carries sand for you, so different types of material. Whether it carries the cars for you, if they're moving the cars.
Okay.
So from the manufacturing to another, from the plant to somewhere else.
Okay. No, this is a different business that you're in. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a difficult one I've done. Ideal client in transportation, mines, or in the automotive industry. And you're saying they're struggling with bulk transportation.
Yes.
Okay. And what are they feeling when they're struggling?
So they're struggling with, it's not ordinary bulk. Most of them, yes, there are people who's having the trucks, but the problem is the safe ones, the ones that are compliant with all the road safety standards.
Okay. Do you
So
transport?
yeah.
Do you transport the things?
Yes. So you pick up from the client, and then you take it to their client, like where they. So let me give you a simple example. I pick up coal from the mine. I take it to the power station, to Eskom.
Okay.
Yeah. So Eskom pays the mine, then the mine pays me.
And you say they need to be compliant to transport such things, right?
Of course. And then with
and how are they feeling? Their emotions? This client of yours, with their problem they're having.
How are they feeling?
Yes. So if if it's one person that you're communicating with, they have this problem where they can't transport this product to their customers, how are they feeling? Guys, can we help Edith? Help Edith. So if
sorry, it's loss of income. Obviously, if you are having a product but you can't move it, for you to sell it, you need to be able to move it to the client. So if you can't move it, that's loss of income. So let me give you an example with automotives. For example, Plastic Omnium. Plastic Omnium does the tanks for Ford. So obviously you move from Plastic Omnium, you go deliver the tanks at Ford. So if Plastic Omnium can't move the tanks to Ford, it means that they are producing but they are not selling.
Okay. So you'll notice here with this prompt, I'm not using the tones and I'm not giving it anything, because here This is a multi-chain prompt. So we'll see what it gives us, and then we can update it like that. And this is a difficult one that Edith is in. So now we are writing, this is a journal entry. Okay. So this is either, it tells you from the perspective. So this is a manager in the fleet, bulk transportation and mining center. This is a manager, and this is an entry from their perspective. Okay, so today was another rough day. I sat in the cab. So it gives you the basic idea of what's happening. Then you see here, these are the pain points that Edith mentioned, that we are bleeding money, every delayed trip, every compliance issue, every breakdown, it's money just slipping through our fingers. And then it speaks to coal transportation. So these are the things that we mentioned, that it's a different beast. It's not like your everyday flight. There are strict compliance measures, permits, environmental regulations, route restrictions, and safety protocols, and all that. So it speaks about fines. These are also the things that I didn't know, actually. And then it goes to, there's inconsistency with clients. Some want urgent deliveries with no understanding of the hurdles we face. And these are the problems. And then sometimes I question if we are still running a business or just firefighting every day. I feel like we're losing more than income. We're losing momentum. We used to be reliable, proud of the fact that our deliveries were always on time. Now, this is your customers' pain points. And you as a business approaching them, you want to address these pain points. Okay. I want to scale. Until then, I keep pushing. So this is, Edith, does this sound like your ideal client?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the first part of the prompt. Now we're going to take that second part. Now we're moving on to the second part of the prompt. Oh, and I know we are over time, and I do apologize. But now we go to saying, okay, rewrite the above. You just replace the word I with you. So now it's the same. It's giving us the same sales letter, but it changed to you. So now if you were to turn this into a video on maybe an ad, you are speaking to that person, that you are bleeding income. It's money slipping through your hands. This is the language that you're speaking when you're addressing them. And Edith, for your business, do you have a guarantee, like for the services that you provide?
A guarantee is
if you don't.
So yes.
Like if the customer is not happy with you, or if something happens, something like that.
If my client is not happy with me.
Yes, something like.
Yeah, so if you don't reach the target, obviously, you can be set aside. If you are not safe compliant, you are set aside until you are safe compliant, and to go back to being go through that testing again and all those things, it really takes long. So meaning it's also then loss of income.
Okay. Okay.
And it's expensive to be safe compliant. Very expensive.
Okay. So now the final prompt is just we are writing a sales letter. You see, you're saying, okay, now write me a sales letter targeting my ideal client who is struggling with the above pain points. Remember, ChatGPT has memory. So if when you don't have memory, make sure you clear it up. And then you say, promise if they keep reading, they'll see the real reason why they haven't been able to reach their dream outcome. And this is something called, now here, this is your value proposition, why they should choose you other than someone else. And then you offer them a service. You offer them a service, not a product.
So my value proposition is risk mitigation.
Okay.
So safe and risk mitigation.
So, okay, I want to see if you can pick up your value proposition from here. 3 main benefits.
Okay.
To address their pain point. And this applies to anything. Even if you are selling products, you can use this prompt and then give this guarantee. So I'll just say here, you don't have a guarantee, they can suggest one. Please suggest a guarantee. Okay, so I don't know your credit credentials and see. So this is like a chain prompt, and I think we spoke about prompting. I don't know if people were, I remember Kunstwaki asked if like you understand what prompting is. Essentially, you give ChatGPT as much information as possible to give you an outcome. Okay. So this is your sales letter, and you'll notice here, this can be used like if you have like a website, it can be used for a video. And if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but still losing income due to delays, compliance issues, and inefficiencies in your fleet, you're not alone. So now you're addressing their pain points. But this works like this prompt and the output you get, it works on how well you know your customer. So if you know who your ideal client is, we start here. You know who your ideal client is, you know their pain points, you know what they're feeling during those pain points and what outcome they want to get. You can prompt ChatGPT to give you that outcome that you want. So all of
No,
it,
I saw.
yes. So all of it comes down to what do you know about your customer. So as much information that you give it, then you get better outputs from there. Are we still following people?
You have shown me something different. It's not what I used to do. I used to say, write me an email on da 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 da. Then that's it.
Yes. So if you, this is why I say like a lot of people just use 17% of what ChatGPT can offer. And so if you're using that method of write me an email or do this, make sure that you follow up right. So follow-up prompts, a lot of people don't know follow-up prompts. So if you just ask ChatGPT, if it gives you a response and you don't like it, you can just say try again, or find the best solution, or find cheaper solutions. Just follow up on that prompt that you did. If you don't know what you should be asking, just follow up and you say explore alternatives. And the follow-up prompts work better if you didn't use the right tones or you didn't give it enough information. So you can just follow up to make sure that you keep iterating until you get what you want. Edith, are you happy before I move on? Because I just want to...
No, I'm happy. I'm actually gonna... it's actually different. Like, it will give me best result because obviously for each client that I approach, I'll actually be able to say pain points like this.
Yes.
And it actually speaks to that relevant client.
Yes. And if you actually read, because I didn't go through it, if you actually read that sales letter, if you don't know what your value proposition is, you'll find it there. It will give you a value proposition that you can use to address that client.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think I need a one-on-one session with you, but I'll set it up.
Okay, thank you, Edith. So, okay, so we'll move on. I'll just go through the slides quickly. We have, this is automation. So we spoke about ManyChat that automates with ManyChat for Instagram and WhatsApp. So we also have Make.com. Make.com is any app integrating with any app, essentially. I don't know if that makes sense. So whatever app that you have and you want to build some automation around it, Make.com, that's the site that you have to use. So whether it's like you have MailerLite, people are using MailerLite. If you want to take MailerLite integrated with ChatGPT or your social media platforms, Make.com, it has different templates that you can use. Connect your social media platforms, and then it's easy to set up. So that's one thing to automate your processes. So just look at what you do every day and what you don't want to do every day as a small business owner, and automate that as much as possible. It also connects to Google Sheets, emails, even Gmail. If you wanted to respond to your email on Gmail, make.com actually has that connection. And then we spoke about ManyChat, which is WhatsApp Business and Instagram. And then some of the concerns with AI, we have ethics and deep fakes. I saw, I think it was 2 days ago, Vusita Mobile posted something that it's a scam, it's not him saying something. So this is a serious concern, especially with people that are influencers. You get people that take your video and then upload it on 11 Labs. Because 11 Labs, when it started like 2 years ago when I was using it, like in order to upload, to clone your voice, because you have to clone it. In order to clone your voice, you had to give consent, and the consent had to be that, okay, and this is me, like this is me, this is not anyone else. But nowadays it doesn't do that. I can just take like Hetty's like 45-minute video and upload it there, and then it gives me something. Many apps are like that. So these are the problems that we see with AI. So make sure that you protect yourself. Do not use, because most of these are large language models, so they need data to be trained. So don't use anything confidential when it comes to ManyChat. When it comes to AI in general, I see ChatGPT has a temporary chat. So if you want something sensitive or private, just make sure that you've selected the temporary thing so that it forgets, it doesn't save it. And then reverse image search. If you just Google reverse image search, there's a lot of websites where you can upload your image and then it tells you where the websites that you listed in. So if you find yourself, if it finds your video or in a website that you don't know how you got there, or it's not you but it looks like you, this is how you track what's happening with you. And also you can create alerts so that if someone says something about you, it shows up. But the reverse image search works better because you just upload your image, different types of images, and then it picks up all of them online. So if your website is somewhere, if your picture is somewhere, it should show up, especially if you're using the same pictures for your brand. And then of course there are AI acts and ethical things. South Africa isn't that strict, but I know in Europe they are quite strict. So much so that if like I'm an agency like myself, if I use AI for like a client, then I have to come forward and say, okay, we used AI for this. South Africa, not so much. Do we have any questions? I know we are behind on time, so I'll just stop there for now so that people are not too overwhelmed. Yes.
Hi, Queen. Tell me, how would you feel about having a part 2 to your session? I know that sometimes when there is information overload, it's always great to have your session in 2 series where you're addressing part 1, let it digest, let it marinate for everyone, and then we have a part 2 series of the session. Perhaps even in that session, people would have then taken notes and they would have extracted as much information as possible from the replay, because we are going to post this. There's going to be a replay, so you are welcome to watch it in your own time, and then we can proceed with the part 2 and arrange for a part 2. What are your thoughts, Queen?
Yes, we can definitely do that, and we can cover other tools like text to images that you can use. I think businesses need that, so we didn't get a chance to do that today, so a part 2 would definitely work.
All right. From the members as well, please do give us your feedback. Would you like Lissetti to proceed with the part 2 of this series? And then we can just look at some of the questions that were asked earlier, and then you could just do a quick run through of that, my Queen. I don't want to leave that part hanging.
Okay. Okay, so did we have, I don't know, any questions, something you didn't understand that was said today? Okay, so I see we're doing a part 2. Thank you, guys.
Okay, one of the earlier questions that was asked was when you were on the Canva notes,
Okay.
right? Somebody asked that she doesn't see the bulk create part. She was on Canva, she doesn't see the bulk create part. Then Musima also asked about the spreadsheet format for content. I don't know if you guys still want her to just quickly go through that as well.
Okay, so let's start with Canva. I know Canva is a bit of a problem if you don't have it set up easier. Okay, not you. So if you search bulk create, if you don't have it, if you don't see it at all, try looking under apps. So if you log in on Canva for the first time, let's go back. So this is how most people's Canva look like. So to set up your brand, you come here. This is where you set up your brand. And actually there's more to setting up your brand that we didn't cover. Let's see. If you add a new brand, it also tells you...
We can't see.
Sorry. Why can't you see? Am I sharing? Let me share. Window. Okay.
Lesedi,
Yes.
it's just that with your mouse, it's not very visible on your screen. So when you say click here, you can't really follow where you're clicking.
Okay.
Increase the size of your screen, Queen.
Okay. Okay. I think I did increase it. Let's see. Okay. So I'll start with the brand thing. The brand also has your voice. So if you're gonna use Magic Write on Canva, so that's creating your content on Canva, you make sure that your brand voice is defined on Canva, so that it's, you know, the content is supportive, it's innovative, it's empowering and professional. This is my brand voice. And then under brand you have apps.
We still can't see.
Is my screen like is it zoomed in on your side?
No, I think if you go to top right and try just to expand, toggle the full screen. Do you have arrows that are facing opposite direction saying toggle full screen on your side?
No. Let's see. Let's try.
Maybe exit and come in again, because on our
Okay, let's try this again. You guys can see Canva.
no.
Okay, so I didn't share right.
Because I could see the whole thing, I could see Canva, I could see the movement.
Okay. Can you see Canva now?
I don't know. I'll wait for Mamure to respond because I can see. So what I doing on her side?
Miss Lady, can I just offer?
Yes.
Your screen is visible, right?
Okay.
So when you're going to click, it's just a matter of letting us know that I'm going to click on the home icon on the top left. Then you click on it, so that we just follow your eyes, because your mouse moves quite quickly and no one can see where you've clicked.
Okay. Okay, so we'll try that. So this is canva.com. You log in. This is the screen that most people get to. So here you have your home, you have your projects. Under home, And then you have your templates. You can find any template here. You have your brand. This is where you set up your brand. And then under brand, you have apps. If you click on apps, these are all the apps that are connected to Canva. Some are internal apps and some are apps that can be integrated so that you export to them. So for people that are looking, if you can't find, let's see, bulk create, it should be here if you haven't set it up. So you'll see these different apps that you can use. Where is bulk create? Okay, let's open a design. I'm gonna try to be, let's see. Okay, so this is an open design. This is an open design. You have brand. Like the people that have Canva opened on their side, do you guys have bulk create or you still have to edit? Someone can please just confirm if they.
Oh, I don't have bulk create. I am on my brand page,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But I'm seemingly not getting. I'm getting a different screen to what you're getting. It's giving me brand templates immediately. So I'm seemingly not getting the place where I have a search bar, which is fine, but I don't know where to find my brand kit.
Oh, your brand kit, like to set up your brand guideline.
Yeah. Is that not what we're working off of?
Yes, but that actually should be. There's someone else has the same problem.
Okay, so on my side, Queen, I'm able to see my brand. Let me open the brand kits, the brand guideline.
Okay.
What I don't see is the bulk create, so perhaps I still need to add that.
Yes, you have to add that. I also think.
But the apps are there, the Dream Lab is there.
Okay, so okay. I think I found it. So okay, on the design, now I'm on like a specific design. I find apps. So you have your design, your elements, your text, your brand, your upload, tools, not tools. Oh yeah, tools, guys. But under apps, under the design, when I check bulk create, mine picks up from here. So this is the bulk create that we want. I think now we also need a session on just Canva. We also need a session on Canva. So if you can try finding it on a specific design and then just search bulk create. Let's see. So while we're still figuring that out, do we have other questions on AI specifically? Yes, thank you. It does appear. Okay. Some people don't see it, some people see it. I'm not sure if it's actually on free or paid because I'm on the paid version. So yeah, maybe that could be because I'm on the paid version. And what was that other question about Excel and?
Masima had asked about spreadsheet format for content. I think you had opened a spreadsheet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. I think this is the spreadsheet that I opened. This one. this is the spreadsheet that I've opened, and we didn't have a chance today to do a prompt on content creation. Let me see if I can find it so that I show you how you export it on ChatGPT, so that we are all on the same page. So ChatGPT can export, it can export it in this format. So when you specify the output, so this goes back to the frameworks, that you give it the output that you want it in. So the spreadsheet, you can either do it two ways. You can ask it to give you the format in table format, and then you can paste it in an Excel sheet, or you can ask it to export it and then it gives you a file to download. That one has a lot of bugs. Oof. Okay, let's try this. I think this is the one. No, this is not the one. Yes, so this is the spreadsheet that I did. So the prompt here, I'll just read the prompt so that you know. This is also like an advanced prompt for if you are starting to create your 30 days worth of content. So I'm saying, okay, I need to create a social media content calendar. So here you can also start with the role, like act as a social media manager. I need to create a social media, so this is the task for 30 days. So I will post on, you list your different platforms that you want. You have Instagram and Facebook, that's the one here. And then you say my business offers. So these are the services that your business offers. So if your business doesn't offer services, you can say my business sells the following products. And then you tell it, I will post 3 times a week on both platforms. Remember, you bulk creating now for the whole month. I will post 3 times a week on both platforms. If you want to post 5 times a day on all platforms, you include it here. And then I want to strike a balance of posts that are engaging, educational. When I do social media management for companies, we look at educational posts, engaging, and then you have your promotions where either you're selling something, but you want them to be a balance where it's engaging, it's funny, it's relaxing, and you also want other posts to help promote the business and attract visitors. So if you're building a brand, you're not always selling. And then you tell it, you will help me with this by providing the full content calendars for both platforms. So it's not one calendar for like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and everything. Each platform has their own calendar. And then you tell it, you'll ask me questions about my business until you understand. So this is where prompting comes in. If it doesn't understand your business or what you're trying to do, then it will tell you. And then these are the columns that you see on the spreadsheet. You have text captions in one column. You have suggested images in the second columns. So if you want the type of post, like the one that we did for Babalwa, we said, okay, on the third column, what type of post? Is it a video, carousel? You tell it here. So here I'm expecting 2 columns. And then here it's asking me questions. Again, my ideal visitor, my ideal client, their age range, their interest, what are they doing? Unique selling points. So you have to know your business when you're doing this. And what are you promoting? Once you answer that, here's the output. So here you can directly copy and paste to an Excel, a Google Excel. But for this Google Sheet, whether it's Excel or Google Sheet, for it to work with Canva, it has to be in CSV format. So you can't download it as like the Excel, what's the Excel extension, but it has to be CSV for it to work. Does that answer the question? Are we answered with the question?
Yes. Musima says yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Okay. They've got you.
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I did see that there's gentlemen here today. I don't mean to abruptly cut the session, but we have reached a quorum in terms of having a part 2 of the session. I know, Dudu, we can go on until midnight, right? We have reached a quorum to proceed with the part 2 of the session. And I think with that session, then we are going to also just try and squeeze in a lot of the questions that I had for Lesedi as much as possible, and some of your questions as well. So allow this session to just marinate in your spirit. Watch the replay if you must. I think for me, my biggest takeaway from this session was the prompting your AI to actually sound like you and to sound like your brand. Now, it's very easy watching everything that Lesedi has done today. It is very easy for us to think that this is going to be easy and you're just going to outsource your thinking to an AI. Right. But prompting, as we've seen, does require depth. It does not require you to be shallow in your thinking. It requires you to be as detailed as possible about your ideal audience. So that means you are still doing the work about who your customer avatar is, who your ideal client is. You are still understanding your model so that you are able to prompt your AI tool. So these are tools. What she's mentioned here are tools that are going to support your recipe and your formula as a business owner and as an entrepreneur. All right. When you get into those rooms with the clients, you still need to deliver on the magic. So don't outsource everything to these AI tools and then you are unable to deliver on your service offering because I get it. So I hope everybody understands that. Absolutely great, absolutely phenomenal, Lesedi, everything that you've shown us today. We will upload this session and then allow for everyone to just digest that. Those who do want to reach out to Lesedi, she is in the mentorship club. A lot of our older members have worked a lot with her. I know Borsell has worked with her. I know Katiba Africa has worked with her, and she's produced one of the most amazing marketing collateral for these businesses, and they've been able to also then acquire clients and expand their market reach using some of these things that Lesedi is teaching and using her as a consultant as well. So do reach out to her if you do need assistance, but let us just leave it at we are scheduling a part 2. I will put it up on the upcoming sessions and then we will take it from there. All right, how's everyone feeling? Are we good? Thank you, Lesedi. How are you feeling after that session?
I feel great. Like, I've never had one of these sessions for 45 minutes, so I kind of knew that we'd go over time.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for staying on until this time. We don't usually go on for this long, but we are excited about this session. I'm also excited about our upcoming session, which is a continuation of the positioning session that I did with you, but we are bringing in an expert in brand positioning, in market positioning. And so I'm very excited for you to meet our guest speaker next week. So thank you so much for your time. Please do RSVP for the next session and we will then connect with those who I'm having a session with tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. We do have our onboarding session tomorrow. If you don't have the link to our onboarding session, please do send me a DM and then I'll send you the link for our onboarding session. And then I will see some of you with your accountability partners. I am busy updating the accountability partner list as well, because I see that we've got new members in the mentorship club. And so I'm going to just constantly be updating the accountability partners. Please do book your sessions, and good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.